Welcome to the ESI phone training for the ePhone4X model phone on the eSIP server, presented by Preferred Data Voice Networks. Please reference the tri-fold handout that you received with your new phone, getting started with the ePhone4X, which can also be found on our website. You may also have received a more customized description of phone features and how to use the phone that is on Preferred Data Voice Network's letterhead. The ePhone4X has 4 pages of 9 buttons for a total of 36 programmable keys. When idle, your screen will show the date and time and your extension number. When on a call, it will show the incoming caller's caller ID and the various states of call. Your extension number, by the way, is located on the top left. At the bottom of the display, you will see if you have had any missed calls and also how many new voicemail messages. And there is a voicemail light to indicate new voicemail messages. To see and clear missed calls, press View on the bottom left, and you will see a list of all call history, including internal calls. To see or hear your voicemail messages, you can press View and enter your extension number your password if your voicemail has already been set up, and listen to your voicemail messages. We'll talk about voicemail in a little bit. To the left and right of the screen are the programmable feature keys. These keys can be programmed for a feature, and some may already be pre-programmed on your phone. They can also be programmed for extension buttons and speed dial buttons. The lower right button is a page jump key. There are 4 screens of buttons on the phone, so you can press the page jump to see the other screens. You can press the page jump button when you're on a call or when your phone is idle. The soft keys are the 4 buttons underneath the display, which will show different options depending on the state of the phone. When your phone is idle, you'll see a history, directory, do not disturb, and menu. History will show you, again, all of the made and received calls, including external and internal from your phone. Directory will show a list of extensions that are on your system under contacts. The built-in buttons are voicemail, a headset button for some types of headsets, not all, redial, the speaker key, navigation buttons, and the center is a select button. Hold is here. There's also going to be a hold prompt under your display on the soft keys. Transfer, same thing, it'll come on your display. A contacts and conference button. Volume controls. The volume controls are going to be for what you're using at the time. So if you're on a handset call, you can control the volume of your handset here. And if you're on a speaker call, then you can control the volume of your, when you're on a speaker call, you can control the volume of your, the sound that you're hearing over your speaker. And then when your phone is idle, you can control your ring volume. To make a call, simply start dialing the number. You can use the delete button to backspace. It does time out fairly quickly. You can dial 7 digits for a local call or 1 plus the area code for a long distance call. Some systems may be set up with a dial 9, and you will be told by your system administrator or by us on the information sheets if you do have to dial a 9 to make an outside call. So when you're on a call, you can lift the handset to talk on the handset or press speaker to go to the speaker and hang up or place the handset back in hook. When you're on the speaker, this is your microphone right here. You can mute yourself to the caller by pressing the mute button located under the 0 on the dial pad, and your display will notify you that you are muted. Mute works on both speaker and handset. So if you're muted on a speaker call and you pick up your handset, you will still be muted to the caller. Then if you go back to speaker, you can press the mute button to be heard. So mute can be pressed and toggled from both handset and speaker. When your phone is ringing, you can pick up the handset, press the speaker button, or press the answer key. Under the display, you will also see options for divert and reject. If you press reject, the caller will go straight to your voicemail. If you press divert and enter another extension number, you can forward that call immediately to another extension. While on an active call, to place the call on hold, you can press the hold button located here or the button under the soft key that's marked hold. Your caller will hear hold music and then you can press resume. Hold is only to be used for calls placed on hold at your desk. There's another option to retrieve calls from another phone. If you are on a call and you receive a second call, the display will split and show you the incoming call data for that second call. If you press answer, then you will answer the first call and place the answer the second call and place the first call on hold. To return to the previous call, press that blinking line button and your other caller will be placed on hold. And then you can press hold and toggle between the two calls. So now I have a button for Jack. I can use that button to call Jack on intercom by pressing it. I can also see when he's on a call because it will go red. And I can use it for a one-touch transfer. To transfer using a one-touch button, now I have a call. I'm going to press that one-touch button. And if it's not on the screen, I can use my page jump buttons to scroll to the screen where I find that one-touch button for Jack, press the button, and it rings his phone. From this point, I can announce the call. And then if he says, okay, I can click on, or I can press on the button under Expert to send it on. Or if he says, no, he doesn't want the call, then I can press the button under End and then Resume to return to that caller and handle it in another way. You can also transfer to someone's voicemail by pressing, and I'm going to go use my page jump to return to my main screen where I have a VM Expert. So if you have a transfer to voicemail button, then you can press that and dial the extension number you want to send it to and the pound. And that will send the call immediately to that person's voicemail. Now let's talk about some of the features on the phone. One of the most commonly requested features is a three-way call. So if I've got a party on a call, and this can be an inbound or outbound call. So either I've called somebody or they've called me, and I want to add another caller to this phone call. I can press the conference button located under the display. The first party is placed on hold, and I dial the second number. Wait for them to answer. I might want to let them know it's going to be a three-way call. And then once they answer, I'm going to press the conference button again, and all three parties are together. So now I'm on a three-way call. If I press split, I can return to each party and hang up or do whatever I need to do. Or I can end each call. So I'm going to end this call. It brings up the other caller. I can press resume and then speak to them and end. Conferencing is a great application for sending calls to a cell phone, even your own cell phone. So it's a great application, but please make sure that your system administrator approves the conferencing. Your system may also have a conference bridge set up that your administrator might prefer that you use for conferencing. When your phone is idle, soft keys under the phone's display give options, one of which is DND or do not disturb. If you press the DND, You'll notice a red icon show on your phone, indicating that your phone is in Do Not Disturb mode. When in Do Not Disturb mode, all calls will go straight to voicemail, including internal calls. To deactivate, simply press the DND button again. Call Park will place the call in a holding state that can be picked up from any phone on the system, unlike Hold, which places the call in a holding state that can only be answered from your extension. If you would like to park a call, ask the caller to hold, and then use your page jump to go to the screen where you see your park button and press the park key. Your caller will be immediately placed on hold, and the system will tell you the park code that the call orbit is in. Then you can tell the person that the call is parked for how to retrieve the call by which park code. For example, Jack, you have a call parked at 60. Jack can go to any phone and dial 60#, and it might be 4 digits, it might be 6900, for example, and retrieve the call. So now he's on the call. You can also park calls for yourself. It's a great way to retrieve a call that you've been handling at your desk but want to handle at another at another phone, excuse me. Page, the page button, if you have a page button on your screen, will call all of the phones on your system as a one-way page. You may also see external page buttons on your system. These might be set up for external speakers or different zones, and that would be customized to your system. Call forwarding is used to forward all calls from your phone to another extension or an outside number. To activate, you're going to press the menu button and then use your navigation buttons to scroll to features and then call forward, and then press the OK or select. You can press OK for line, and then your options are unconditional, busy, or no answer. The most common is unconditional, which would be call forward all calls. Busy would be if you're on a phone call, and then call forward no answer would be if you are wanting your phone to ring maybe initially and then ring to an offsite location. So I'm going to select unconditional, and then I'm going to use my scroll key to go to enabled. And I've already set an extension in here. I can use my arrow to change that if I want to make it another extension. Or I can put in my 7-digit number or any number that I want to call forward to. Please confirm with your system administrator if offsite call forwarding is allowed on your system. And once you've set up call forwarding, please call your direct dial number or call your main number and get transferred to your extension to confirm that the call forwarding is working correctly. So press save to save. And you'll notice, let's see, and I'm just going to pick up and hang up the handset to go back to the main screen. Now I have a tiny little handset with an arrow indicating that this phone is forwarded. If I press menu and then select features, which is number 2, and then number 1 for call forward, 1 for line, and then unconditional again, I can use my arrow keys to go to disabled and select save to deactivate the call forwarding. If you would like to set ringtones on your phone to change the sound that your phone makes when you have an incoming call, press the menu button and then scroll to settings, which is number 3, and then number 1 for basic settings. So I'm pressing the OK to select each one of these. Then I'm going to scroll to ring settings, number 3, and then number 2, ring type. And then I can use my arrows to select the sound that I like the best for my phone that maybe will differentiate calls from calls to my neighbor's phone. Then press save when I've chosen the one that I like. And that's how to select a ringtone. I just pick up and hang up the handset to return to the main view. Voicemail setup and use. Please reference the ESI eSIP Evolution Series Voicemail Quick Reference Guide, which I'm showing on the screen now. This will give you more information about logging into your voicemail to set it up for the first time, and then options when you're listening to messages. To set up your voicemail for the first time, you're going to press the voicemail button, which is a little envelope, and it says voicemail. It's built-in on your phone. You will be prompted to enter your password, which is the same as your extension number, followed by the pound key. If you have any new messages, the system will tell you how many new messages you have. Initially, you will be prompted to record your name, which is just a recording of your first and last name, and then enter a new security code. Once you've done that, the system will tell you that your voicemail is set up and ready for use. If you leave it like that, then callers will hear a recording that's more of like a robot sound that says, please leave a message for, and then your name recording. If you want to be a little bit more warm and fuzzy, I put a little sample message. Once your voicemail is set up and ready for use, you can press 0 and then 1 to record your greeting. You'll select 1 for unavailable message. And then when prompted, you'll record, this is a generic message, or your system administrator might have something more specific that they want you to say. But this is your name with your company or agency. I am unable to take your call at this time. Please leave a message and I will return your call as soon as possible. After your mailbox is set up, you will press the voicemail button to listen to messages. If you have new messages, by the way, again, you'll see a red light on your phone. And on your display, it will tell you MWI with a little I indicator right on the middle of the screen and how many new messages you have. So from this screen, if you press view also, you can access your voicemail messages. You'll be prompted to enter your password and pound. You have 11. And then from here, you can press 1 to listen to your messages. 1 for new message. And then you can press 7 to delete. Press 3 for advanced options. There are other options for voicemail, including when you're listening to a message, you can press 8 to forward if you want to share it with someone else within your organization. Also, your system might be set up for voicemail to email. If that is the case, then you will receive voicemail messages in your email as a WAV file. Here's a sample email. It may be from someone other than IP-Edge, but it's going to give your name and it'll have an attachment that's a WAV file, and it will also give the incoming caller information. And of course, the date and time, because it's an email. So if you click on this from your computer or from your smartphone, cell phone, iPhone, or other device, then you can listen to the voicemail message. And then since it's an email, you can forward it. Your system may be set up so that you only receive voicemail to email and you don't receive any messages to your phone. That's a system preference. So some systems will be set up that voicemail goes to your phone. Some systems will be set up that voicemail goes to your email, and some will be set up with both. So that depends on your system administrator and what they have decided. Thank you for attending and listening to the ePhone4X phone demo. I appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy your new phone. Have a great day.